I'm so tired. What's up, everybody? So today I'm doing a video on 50 random questions that you've most likely never been asked before. I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 of them on this list, and I can tell you that they're not like super weird questions, but they are questions that wouldn't necessarily come up in an average conversation. I'm gonna get right into it. Here are 50 questions that you've most likely never been asked before. I've got no control if this is gonna be funny or not, so this could just be raw Dan. First question, what's your favorite candle scent? There's one at Bath & Body Works called Mahogany Teakwood. It smells so good. Actually, I have one sec. It's just called Wood. Holy shoot. The only issue with this candle is that it doesn't really emit the scent as much as I'd like it to, but it's called Wood. So if you're at an American Outfitters, did I say American Outfitters? I meant Urban Outfitters. American Outfitters, I think American Outfitters is a store as well, but what female celebrity do you wish was your sister? Oh, that sucks. And this isn't me trying to sound like a pig or anything, but usually when you think of a female celebrity, you think of like dating them, or like dating them, okay? I don't have a sister, so I don't even know what it's like to have a sister. I've got 3 brothers. She'd have to be funny, or she'd have to have a good sense of humor. You know what could be my sister? And this is totally random, but do you guys remember iCarly? The blonde girl on iCarly, what's her name? Jeanette something? Jeanette McCurdy. Super random, but she's from iCarly. I do follow her on Instagram because she seems funny and she seems fun enough to be around. What male celebrity do you wish was your brother? Jimmy Fallon would be sick. He'd be like a cool older brother. I'd be like, Jimmy! How old do you think you'll be when you get married? This is a tough question, guys. I don't know. Sometimes I don't even think I'm the married type, and I mean, for some people out there that probably sucks to hear, but it would definitely be maybe like early 30s, I would say. If I'm gonna get married, I'd want early 30s. But right now, I'm still having fun. Like, no rush for that. No rush for that for me. Do you know a hoarder? Yeah, I think I'm kind of a hoarder. Not like a severe one you see on TV, but I've got like random stuff. Can you do a split? No, I can't. I'm not that flexible. How old were you when you learned how to ride a bike? 4 or 5? And it was such a good moment. It was just like, I'm free! It was just such a good moment. How many oceans have you swam in? I've done the Atlantic Ocean. I've done the Pacific Ocean. How many countries have you been to? I will say this, and this isn't me trying to brag to you guys, but I've traveled quite a bit for somebody my age. I've been all over Europe. I think I've been to every single state in the US. I've been to almost every single province in Canada. I've been to Asia. I've been to the Middle East. Number-wise, I can't give you one, but I have traveled quite a bit. Is anyone in your family in the Army? No, nobody in my family is in the Army. What would you name your daughter if you had one? If I had a daughter, I would name her Jane. I love the name Jane. Just think it's such a classy name, Jane. I also really like the name Annie. I know I had a dog growing up named Annie. I just thought that was a super sweet name. Annie, Jane. I really like those names. What would you name your son if you had one? Oh, great. It'd be kind of like a classy old school name like that too. It wouldn't be something like Jackson or like Max. And it wouldn't be something obscure like Miracle or like Adventure or Journey. It wouldn't be that. I like the name James. I think it's cool. Joseph is a very popular name, but like Joey? Joey would be a cool name. Little baby Joey? Dan and Joey, so cute. What's the worst grade you got on a test? I failed tests. I failed multiple tests in school. I wouldn't say I was a bad student. I was super average. In 4th grade, I failed a test. I got an R or an F. I got to retake it and I failed it again. So I went home and I hid the test behind my like family office desk, which was like this full wall unit. And years went by and I got home, my mom was cleaning up and I saw my test back there. Not that it mattered, but I was like, oh my God, it's still there. I've completely bombed tests before. What was your favorite TV show when you were a child? Power Rangers, Bobby's World. I don't know if any of you guys remember Bobby's World, that was a good one. Rugrats, Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle is probably my favorite show. What did you dress up as on Halloween when you were 8? These are like, okay, I get that these are questions you've never been asked, but like, I don't remember that. I don't remember what I was when I was 8. Have you read any Harry Potter, Hunger Games, or Twilight series? No, no, and no. I've seen all the movies, but no, none of the books. Would you rather have an American accent or a British accent? Hands down, easy, British accent. The American accent, when I lived in Dallas, Texas, is very charming in the females. I like the Southern accent all around. I think the British accent makes you sound super classy. Did your mother go to college? My mother went to university. Are your grandparents still married? Unfortunately, the grandparents on my dad's side have passed away, and my grandmother on my mom's side passed away a couple years back. So they were married until they unfortunately passed away. Long time too. Not to ramble or anything, but I think that's what a lot of people are missing these days, is that some people might jump into marriage and just be like, let's just get married. It's something to do. We're old enough. There's pressure for us to do it, but if I'm gonna get married, this goes back to my first question. If I'm gonna get married, I want it to be married until like until like my life's over. Have you ever taken karate lessons? No. Yeah, no, I haven't. Do you know who Kermit the Frog is? Yes, and I think it's one of my best impressions of Kermit the Frog.
Come see our new movie. It is me, Kermit the Frog. Come see our new movie.
I don't know, that's the only line I know is come see our new movie, just because like that was when their movie was coming out. What's the first amusement park you've ever been to? It would have been Canada's Wonderland. What language besides your native language would you like to be fluent in? I think like Italian or Spanish. French is pretty cool too. Do you spell the color as gray, G-R-E-Y, or gray as G-R-A-Y? I spell it G-R-E-Y. Is your father bald? No, he's not. Do you know triplets? No, I don't. Do you prefer Titanic or The Notebook? Titanic, any day of the week. Fun fact, I actually own a piece of coal from the original Titanic. Have you ever had Indian food? Yeah, I have. It's spicy. I'm a white guy, so it's like super spicy for me. What's the name of your favorite restaurant? Burrito Boys. I love Burrito Boys. It's like a burrito shop here in Toronto. Pretty much any all-you-can-eat sushi restaurant. I love those. Have you ever been to Olive Garden? I have. They got good breadsticks. Do you belong to any warehouse stores? Costco, BJ's. I don't think in Canada we have BJ's. I mean, we have BJ's, sure. You know what I mean? No, I'm not. My parents are to Costco. I don't know. I'm not even partial to grocery stores. I'll go to any one, to be honest. What would your parents have named you if you were the opposite gender? If I was a girl, my name would have been Carly. Told them to make sure it was spelled the hot way, which is like K-A-R-L-I. That's like the hot Carly. Because otherwise there's a Carly which is C-A-R-L-Y, which is cool, but that's like the standard Carly. I want like the cool name, like Carly. Are you Carly? If you have a nickname, what is it? I had Dino, I had Stanley, I had Counselor. These were all from my dad, by the way. Lamar, Car Seat. Like, who the has a nickname Car Seat? My street name, though, nowadays would be Thick and Juicy. Kidding, that's a hot dog brand. I'm joking. Who's your favorite person in the world? Growing up, it was always my grandmothers. They were the best. They would always look after you. You'd never just get one cookie, you'd get like a stack of cookies. They were some pretty special people. They both had very big hearts, always laugh at my jokes, always give me kisses. I still think about them all the time. So I would say my grandmothers would be some of the most special people in my life. Would you rather live in a rural area or in the suburbs? I'd rather be in the city, closer to the city, but with a rural property. So I want to be rich. Can you whistle? Can I? I can freaking whistle like a chimp. I can even do this thing called split whistling where I like watch. Right? I was in a car when I first was able to do that. Do you sleep with a nightlight? I don't. I need it to be very dark. Do you eat breakfast every morning? Yes. I'm a big breakfast guy. I never have lunch. I feel like I never have lunch. Do you take any pills or medication daily? I don't. What medical conditions do you have? I don't have it. Knock on wood, and thank God I don't have any medical conditions, but I do deal with or struggle sometimes with anxiety, and I would say that's more of a mental health condition because I think anxiety is something that is not gonna go away. You learn to deal with it. So I'd say I've got anxiety. How many times have you been to the hospital? I broke my toe as a kid once, had a pretty bad asthma attack as a kid, which I no longer have asthma. I split my head open right here. I got 11 stitches as a kid, and I got a scar right here because I split my head open there. So probably around 5 or 6 times I've been in the hospital. Have you ever seen Finding Nemo? Yes, I have. I love Finding Nemo. I love Finding Dory too. They're both really good movies. Where do you buy your jeans? Top Man, Urban Outfitters. I got a lot of skateboard jeans too, just because they're the most comfortable. Fun fact, because they put elastics in their jeans so you can like skate in them. You want comfortable jeans, you buy like Element jeans, or like DC. And Levi's. Levi's have like some of the best jeans I've ever worn. What's the last compliment you got? Somebody said that I've got contagious excitement. I do get excited over things that some people don't. Sometimes I've got the ability to see smaller things in life as bigger deals. And that's part of the reason why I'm a pretty happy guy is I do see things like that. Do you usually remember your dreams in the morning? Yeah, very vaguely. Apparently you dream every night, and I wouldn't say I remember my dreams every night, but yeah, I do remember pieces for sure. What flavor tea do you enjoy? Earl Grey or English breakfast? 2 milk, 1 cream, baby. but I don't really drink tea that often. I'm more of a hot chocolate kind of guy. How many pairs of shoes do you currently own? Let's go see. These teal Vans, yellow Vans, fresh DCs, which DC sent me. Thank you so much for that, by the way. Pair of all black Converse, orange Nike skateboarding shoes, Sperry top sliders, which are the most comfortable shoes I probably own, which are getting a little aged, as you can see, so gotta buy a new pair. Got some Birkenstocks, which I get flack on pretty often, but they're the most comfortable sandals. Nike runners, which are like, if I'm going out doing something muddy or something, I don't really care about them getting damaged, or these guys. Nike cross trainers, which Nike sent me when I did the Dan for a Week episode, where I did training like an athlete. Gotta have a pair of Supras, high top. Just bought these in Philadelphia. They're like my blue, kind of like color changing style shoes, which are pretty sick. Love these. Because I live in Texas, I got some cowboy boots. Gotta have a good pair of cowboy boots. These are my rock star boots that I'll wear out from dressing up a little bit. DC Shoes also sent me these recently. Evan Smith's. Another pair of clean black shoes. That's how many shoes I got. What religion will you raise your children to practice? Oof, this is a tough one because I usually don't like talking about religion. I grew up in not a super religious household. I did have to go to Sunday school and church as a kid. I think religion is good for a lot of people because it gives them answers, and it's also a really good form of healing and just overall being a good person. Because if you follow the 10 Commandments, you can't really be a bad person. I'm not gonna get too into it. I'm not looking to offend anybody, but those are my beliefs. And yes, if I had a kid or kids, they would have an element of religion for sure. How old were you when you found out that Santa wasn't real? I was probably 11 or not 9, 10 or 11. And last but not least, question 50, why do you have a Tumblr? Oh, that's a shit question to end on. I don't have a Tumblr. There you guys have it. Those are 50 questions that you most likely have never been asked before. If you guys would like to try this, if you're a YouTuber and would like to try this, go right ahead. Absolutely. I didn't invent this, so I'm not gonna take credit for it. But if you are getting this off of me, maybe give me credit for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you guys would like to answer one of the questions, okay, only one, write it down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys on Sunday in my next video. See you guys later.